Dan Campbell-size espresso. It is today after a 15-hour football Sunday in Week 5. What was the espresso shot moment that ruled the day for you?
You know, Aaron Rodgers had this huge play to Randall Cobb that we are going to talk about, and then they kicked the field goal right afterwards. And what was the craziest game in the early window, and yet the one that got me going was the play before that.
This was great.
Huge conversion to the big dog, Mercedes Lewis.
Cool.
Let's see this one here. Aaron Rodgers in a big spot, needing the first down, throws it to Mercedes Lewis, who breaks a tackle, breaks another one, throws another guy down, delivers the contact to move the chains in overtime. This is the espresso shot because it got everybody up off their feet in Green Bay, and they said, we're putting this game away. Big dog, take us there. Mercedes is one of the most beloved players in the league. He's been in the league for many years. 37 years old, still making big plays when called upon. Rodgers, after the game, was effusive in his praise. This sets up the Randall Cobb play, which sets up the game-winning field goal. Mercedes Lewis lowering the boom and leveling a hit. Let's go, baby! 37 years old, still bringing it.
He and Rodgers.
Me out of my chair.
It was a great play, and I like that you bring that up because that won't be in any highlight reels.
No.
It's just not time. Watch that play yesterday. I thought there was huge doings in Pittsburgh yesterday, meaning it felt like this sort of an end of an era. Like if Roethlisberger doesn't play well, they lose that game. He may be benched. We're moving on. And Najee Harris said not today. He had his first 100-yard game, the rookie from Alabama. He had a 100-yard game and an incredible over-the-top touchdown, which is every single bit of visual that they wanted when they drafted him. Get up! Touchdown! He got it. Kind of a funny thing. He didn't play the last 9 minutes of this game because he was cramping. What? So he said, did I cramp at Alabama? Yeah, I cramped a lot. You gotta understand, I'm from Cali. Ain't no damn humidity over there. So I came over there to Pittsburgh and it was passed out almost every single day. So he got 100 despite missing the end of it. And I feel like this was a really seminal moment for Pittsburgh. Next week, we'll see what happens. But they had to have this. And the guy they drafted to deliver it was great yesterday. His best game of the year, 100 yards. Najee Harris going over the top, got me out of my chair.
Yeah.
You call the Washington games.
Yeah.
On the radio. So you were there for the Saints game. I don't know what to make of my Saints. I don't know if they're how far they're going to go. I know that they needed a shot of espresso in this one. 7 seconds to go in the half. They're tied up 13-13. Washington and the Saints, and this is what this man does. Jameis Winston. This might be the smoothest Hail Mary I've ever seen. He avoids Chase Young, by the way, lobs it up. And bam, this gave the Saints a shot in the arm they needed. It's Marquez Callaway goes up, gets it for the touchdown. And this is it. They went into half, they came out, and they never looked back from there. They led the entire rest of the way, and they closed out against Washington to improve to 3-2, D'Angelo. Sorry to bring it up.
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome if you are rooting for the Saints.
Hello.
But, you know, my moment was, it was CeeDee Lamb. And, you know, it was watching him go up against James Bradbury, one of the best corners, I think, in the league, who's been playing pretty good. But for Dak Prescott to stand in that pocket and say, hey, this is the dude we're going at. CeeDee Lamb finishes the game, 4 receptions, 84 yards. But no play bigger than this, in my opinion, because no one just runs by James Bradbury. CeeDee Lamb told us this offseason he was going to be different. He was going to go out and dominate. And so far, man, he has been spot on. I mean, he's just... I mean, we thought Amari Cooper was unguardable, getting in and out of breaks. CeeDee Lamb, and I thought they'd take a step back, not having Michael Gallup out there with him. I tell you what, man, they look even better.
Faster than the other players on the
Doesn't
field?
he?
What is it?
He looks faster. I don't know if it's because he got the jersey hiked up. He's looking aerodynamic. I don't know what it is. But CeeDee Lamb absolutely looks fast.
At some point, I need you to tell me if Diggs is the I mean, he clearly looks like the biggest deal, but on defense, we can't really talk Cowboys.
He's looking good. He's going to get that football.
It's coming to him.
Guys forget when you get beat for touchdowns if you can get the football. And so he's been getting the football, hadn't been getting beat. I know that was a little bit of the knock last year, but I tell you what, Dan Quinn and his defense, shout out to Joe Witt Jr.
Al Harris.
Al Harris. Al actually hit me up, too. I need to hit Al back. Al, I'm going to call you. Just had a long day yesterday, but I'm going to hit you up. But I tell you what, man, I know I don't want to put him on the spot right now. But they're playing good. They got those guys coached up, and, I mean, Diggs is out here getting the football.
We'll dig into that, into Bradbury, of course. We'll talk about the Cowboys. We'll show you. I showed you the Jameis Winston play, that one Hail Mary. We've got those highlights after this game between the Washington football team and those Saints. We will have our head-scratching moments. We're like, huh? What happened? More highlights. And Nate Burleson joining the program after this.
Able to deliver under pressure. That's how you build a championship team. What a catch!
The Mercedes-Benz postgame show, Thursday on NFL Network.
We got a goodie on Thursday Night Football. NFC Showdown. Week 6 kicks off with the champs heading into hostile territory. Tom Brady coming off a 400-yard game. 5 touchdowns. He's never done in his career. And he wants to keep it rolling up against the Eagles. Jalen Hurts has different plans in mind. They're hungry to make a statement on their home turf in Philly. Primetime battle in the city of brotherly love. Thursday Night Football. Bucks, Eagles. 8 Eastern on NFL Network, Fox, and streaming on Prime Video. Speaking of Eagles, Trey.
Yeah, and it's going to be cool because both teams are coming off wins. The Eagles, underdogs in this one, going in. 3-game losing streak. Wasn't looking pretty for most of the game. They find themselves down 5. And then Jalen Hurts fakes the handoff and runs in a 6-yard touchdown. A little Superman in Carolina.
Damn.
Hey, remember me?
Cool. Yeah.
Eagles would convert a 2-point conversion. They'd be up 3. Sam Darnold. Hey, we can praise Sam Darnold a lot when they're winning. We have to be critical when they're losing. 3 crucial interceptions, 2 down the stretch here. Tough game for Sam Darnold at home and a must-win early on in the season for the Panthers. Big victory for the Eagles, who we see on Thursday night here in NFL Network.
Perfect.
Yeah, Jameis Winston, 0 giveaways in 3 of his 4 games this season. Late in the second quarter, tie ball game, 13 all, right before half. From the 49-yard line, Jameis Winston throws one up to Marquez Callaway, and he comes down with the Hail Mary, guys. Let's look at this again. It's not supposed to happen. Guys have to turn around, box out. You got to have a jumper. No one from Washington even jumps. This blows my mind on that one. But Jameis Winston finished 15 for 30, 279 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception.
It was like a casual, almost perfunctory Hail Mary.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
So strange. Jump! John Gruden's had a terrible week, self-imposed. Let's see how the Raiders pick him up. You can really measure a lot about a guy, see how their team plays when they're under fire. The Raiders didn't play well at all. Jesper Horsted, epic college baseball player, center fielder, and he snags that one from Justin. That was Justin Fields' first touchdown pass in the pros. Derek Carr's had plenty, but he doesn't have any at this point in the game. He's going to try to go downfield. Who is it? Ruggs? Waller? Nope. That is DeAndre Houston Carson. Derek Carr did not get it done. Darren Waller not a huge factor. And the Bears gets a 3-2, winning by double digits on the road.
Raiders go on to face the Denver Broncos in Week 6. That one is going to be in Denver. Let's bring in Will Selvin now to give us more on what's going on with the Raiders with that report from Friday surrounding their head coach, John Gruden. What's the latest?
Absolutely. Thank you, Kay and guys. Well, of course, the Raiders losing their 2nd straight game, but the big news was, as you mentioned, out of Las Vegas about head coach John Gruden. That certainly made headlines. The Wall Street Journal revealing in an article that Gruden made derogatory and offensive comments about NFL Players Association Executive Director DeMaurice Smith in an email back in 2011 when Gruden was employed by ESPN. After the game Sunday, Gruden addressed what many considered to be racist comments about Smith.
You know, I'm not going to answer all these questions today. I think I've addressed it already. I can't remember a lot of the things that transpired 10 or 12 years ago, but I stand here in front of everybody apologizing. I know I'm not, I don't have an ounce of racism in me. I'm a guy that takes pride in leading people together, and I'll continue to do that for the rest of my life. And again, I apologize to D. Smith and anybody out there that I have offended.
All right, we'll continue to see if there's any fallout from that story. Meanwhile, in other news, Sunday was 364 days since Dak Prescott's gruesome leg injury, ironically against the same opponent, the Giants. Prescott admitting he felt in what he called a mental fog early in the game, but did get it going later, finishing with 302 yards passing and 3 TDs. Now that the anniversary of his injury has come and gone, Prescott ready to finally put it all behind him.
Yeah, for sure. I said that in the locker room. Hugged Britt Brown right there at the end, and he said, I know what this meant. And I told him thank you, and I said, yeah, I'm glad it's behind. As I said, I don't know why I was in a slow, I guess, mental fog I felt early, but when it passed, yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's over with. I'm glad I'm past that, and I think this was the final shovel and bury in this thing. So last little bit of dirt.
And then there is this, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, a potential devastating injury. While the Steelers will wait on all tests, source confirms to Ian Rappaport this is considered a major injury based on the